FundMyHome.org. Homebuyer Success Training. Our best customer is an educated consumer. Workflow. From application to close. Customer Service Department. At the end of this homebuyer success training, you will be provided with the telephone number to call our customer service department to speak with one of our customer care representatives, pre-qualification specialists, to complete your pre-qualification questionnaire and needs analysis. He or she will confirm the dollar amount of your potential eligibility and help you match it against the market conditions of your local real estate market. He or she will then guide you through the application process and supportive documentation. Note: there are no fees associated with FundMyHome.org, no application fee, no broker fee or added fees or any kind. Nevertheless, there will be certain upfront costs associated and needed from all homebuyers to initiate the purchase of their new homes, which must be paid out of homebuyers' own funds. Credit report, earnest deposit, appraisal report and property inspection report. Note: before applying for down payment assistance, FundMyHome.org requires that all homebuyers get familiarized with the following content. Frequently asked questions. Workflow. Down payment assistance calculator. Zillow.com. Supportive documentation. Note: FundMyHome.org requires that all homebuyers utilize our down payment assistance calculator before they begin their buying process to predetermined dollar amount of their potential eligibility. Approximate monthly payment. Approximate cash to close needed out of homebuyers' own funds. Search on Zillow.com to become familiarized with their local real estate market. Note: FundMyHome.org requires that all homebuyers visit the homebuyers registration page to get a customer ID number before they call customer service to complete their pre-qualification questionnaire and needs analysis. Let's review. Pre-qualification call to our customer service department. Homebuyers call our customer service department with their new customer ID number to complete their pre-qualification questionnaire and needs analysis. The approximate length of time needed for this call is 1 hour. The pre-qualification questionnaire is conducted to reconfirm potential eligibility for purchase price, approximate monthly payment, approximate cash to close needed out of homebuyers' own funds. Needs analysis is conducted to establish the specific details of homebuyers' requirements. Type, price, location and description of property, distance from work and school, special needs for worship and hospitals, etc. A preliminary property search will be conducted to reconfirm that the potential eligibility matches local real estate market conditions. Pre-approval period. Should the pre-qualification questionnaire and needs analysis yield positive results, homebuyer proceeds to complete their online application and upload their supportive documentation. Note: FundMyHome.org's preferred lenders do not work with mortgage pre-qualification letters. We only work with actual government-backed pre-approvals obtained directly from the actual Fannie Mae Freddie Mac interfaces, which specify the exact terms and conditions of the mortgage loan and what is needed to process it and close it. FundMyHome.org pre-approves your down payment assistance within 5 to 7 days of receipt of application and supportive documentation. The preferred lender pre-approves your mortgage loan within 5 to 7 days of receipt of application and supportive documentation. The preferred lender submits your loan application and supportive documentation directly into the Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac interface, conventional FHA, USDA or VA, to obtain a DU or LP approved eligible loan pre-approval. The findings of the DU eligible loan pre-approval specify the terms and conditions of your loan approval and what is needed to process and close your transaction in 30 to 45 days. Meet your team. FundMyHome.org assigns you to one of its preferred realtors. Your realtor searches and emails you listing information on available properties that closely match your buying criteria and sets up appointments for you to visit and view your selected properties. FundMyHome.org assigns you to one of its preferred lenders who will complete and process your loan application. FundMyHome.org assigns you to one of its preferred title agents who will arrange for and process all the details pertaining to title work and close the purchase transaction between you and your seller. Shop for your new home. Visit and view selected properties with realtor. Choose the home you wish to purchase. Negotiate terms and conditions of sale. Sign purchase agreement. Give seller earnest deposit. Earnest deposit deposited directly with preferred title company. Earnest deposit paid for out of buyer's own funds. Earnest deposit protected by terms and conditions of the contract. Earnest deposit is suggested to be a minimum of $3,000. FundMyHome.org does not receive or handle earnest deposits. Submission of the signed purchase contract to bank. the fully counter-signed purchase agreement, along with the loan application, all supportive documentation and DU or LP eligible mortgage loan pre-approval are promptly submitted to bank for processing and closing. Bank emails homebuyer loan disclosures loan estimate. Homebuyer acknowledges receipt of loan disclosures loan estimate. Bank is now authorized to order the appraisal report. Mortgage loan processing time frame is typically 30 to 45 days. Appraisal report. Bank orders appraisal report at an approximate cost of $450. Paid for by homebuyer. Property inspection period. Note: with the exception of new construction, residential real estate is typically bought and sold, as is, with the right to inspect, which means that buyers purchase the property as is and sellers are exempt from any obligation to warrant the condition of their properties and are exempt from any obligation to repair them. As such, it is highly recommended that buyers hire a professional home inspector to inspect the condition of the subject property during the property inspection period of the contract. Property inspections are optional, yet highly recommended. Realtor orders a property inspection report at an approximate cost of $350. Paid for by homebuyer. As per the covenants of the property inspection period clause of the contract, homebuyers have the right to cancel the purchase transaction and be released from all of its contractual obligations, provided that they cancel the contract within the property inspection period, at which event, homebuyers are also entitled to be refunded the full amount of their earnest deposit. The property inspection period is typically 7 calendar days. Final loan approval. Homebuyer notifies seller of homebuyer's receipt of loan approval within the loan approval period, as stipulated within the purchase agreement. The loan approval period is typically 30 days. Clear to close. Your mortgage loan is clear to close upon the bank's satisfactory completion of their underwriting process. The closing of the purchase of your new home takes place at the offices of the title company in 3 to 4 days after the loan is clear to close. Loan closing. Real Estate Mortgage Grants and Down Payment Assistance Incorporated, a 501c3 nonprofit organization, wire transfers the funds allocated for down payment assistance on behalf of homebuyer. Bank proceeds to wire transfer funds to title company and emails funding docs. Homebuyer wire transfers to title company what remaining funds are needed to close. Seller signs seller's docs. Homebuyer signs buyer's docs, mortgage and note. Title company closes purchase transaction. Homebuyer receives keys and closing documents. The end. Homebuyer becomes homeowner.